Happy New Year. Well, not that new year. It's Happy New Financial Year. In Australia, our financial year starts on the 1st of July. And it's a good time to reflect upon some ideas that do work in your business and maybe even explore a few new ideas for your business around this time. Maybe you could say that for every month, but maybe 1st of July is probably a good place to start. Anyway, we're a little bit further into the first week of July, and I just want to share with you a few ideas that are working for me in the way how events create lots and lots of leads. Essentially, over the last 2 months, I've been able to create nearly 600 new leads into my database just by running a plethora of different types of events. These are essentially webinar events, yes, business networking events as well, me also promoting other speakers by allowing them to run webinars to promote to my group, and also me running some of my own webinars promoting to my own group. And no doubt some of you who are watching this video are watching it directly because I've emailed you to my list and I've said, hey, have a look at this way how you can generate leads. And you may have even heard me mention this in one of my webinars recently. And you might want to know, well, does this produce any proof behind what I'm actually doing? Yes, it is, and I'm going to show you that right away. And just to give you a little bit of a recap of some of the bookings that I've been receiving online through, for example here, my Eventbrite site, which is not the only one that I've got for promoting my online and face-to-face events. Just scroll down here. I've got workshops like the power of making sharper decisions and also online networking events. There's also how to run profitable networking parties, which I ran a few weeks back, lead generation mastery, more networking events, also how to grow your business by being a profitable podcast guest, where I had a guest speaker for that one. Another one I had was a guest speaker to run a business with your full profit potential. So there are a few different ones there that I've got, which go back over just a little bit of a while. Now, likewise, if you have a look at my meetup site, I've got the Business Development Mastery group that I run here in Sydney. And I've got a few events here for this one as well. I sometimes co-promote these depending upon the different sites. So this also adds to my overall database. So there's lots of different things there that I'm actually doing. Once again, much the same as what I've got before, including a few other different types of seminars. Now, this is not fully updated, but essentially I've got a massive number of leads here in this particular section here for the last 2 months. And I think probably the best part about the whole exercise with doing events like this is you do get quite a lot of emails that you can add back into the system. And here's yet again another example which I've taken from my other database set, which is on my Aweber account. And essentially it just shows you what is happening here with a lot of the leads that I'm receiving from running events. Essentially, I've had, once again, this is not the complete picture because there's still a lot more also in the system, which is still yet to be added in, but essentially this is part of it. But it gives you an idea that if you do run regular events, you're going to get a fair bit of activity there. And lead generation is the key. How does this relate to your business? Now, you have the capacity in your business, and I would say pretty well 95% of the businesses out there do have the capacity to run events. And the good part about running events, whether they're free or paid, is you need to explore the opportunity of at least doing it and testing it and trying it out and getting the hang of it. Because if you run events, you have got credibility in the marketplace, because people will treat you more seriously if they can see that you're willing to stand in front of your product, not just merely behind a computer screen and a keyboard and you're hiding behind a screen. That isn't really enough. You do need to stand out there in front. You do need to do something and make some impact. If you make some impact by running events, you're going to get those leads. And the more you run, it is a kind of snowball effect. In my case, I've seen my email list grow depending upon the types of events that I've been promoting. Now, of course, I'm not doing this purely for just the numbers alone. I'm looking at some quality leads in particular areas that I'm wanting to acquire so that I can promote both my courses and promote my memberships, and I've got the right type of people involved in those. And you'll hear a lot more about that from me over time. And I think the big thing is this. You've got email addresses. People don't know that you're there if you can't approach them or talk to them. And the good part about running events is you can tell them exactly what's on your mind right then and there. You can tell them what you're thinking, feeling, the whole lot. You can't always do that by email. Yes, you can definitely reach them by email. But when you run an event, they can hear your own voice. They can see you there. They can participate. And that's a big part of the deal. I found my email list grow between 50 to as many as 75 emails per week, and you have the same opportunity to do exactly the same type of thing if you run events. Now, the challenge I've got for you is this. Will you take up the challenge of running events yourself for your business? Because I promise you this much. If you do, you will see a tremendous effect upon your database, your lead generation, and the ability to get your message across. I'll admit, for some of you, it's going to be difficult to get your message across because you haven't done it that often, particularly behind a camera and running a Zoom event. For some of you, that might be strange. You might even wish to run an in-house event at your shop or your business, wherever that may be. But give it a go. And in the meantime, have a look at some of these other videos that I've got here from my collection and see how they can improve your business to help further you and make you a much more better business person. This is David Newton speaking.